just understand this. If you believe in yourself and you trust in everybody else in this room, you got a chance. I promise you that. And that doesn't tell you what you can do, doesn't tell you what you're capable of, and you ain't paying attention. Okay? Understand it. I know it's in this room. I believe it's in this room. I really do. And what we saw today tells you can do it. Doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you can do it. That's the most important thing. A lot of things to be proud of, a lot of things we're going to learn from, a lot of things we'll get better from. And understand that. Okay? We have it. We have it. Now let's take it. Okay? And I'll tell you what, y'all get Victory Monday. Here we go.
It is another Victory Monday for the Washington Commanders. Welcome on into Command Center. Julie Donaldson, Logan Paulsen, and Fred Smoot here. Like on Victory Monday, everything just feels better, Logan.
Absolutely, man. The air's a little bit sweeter, the water's a little bit better. Everything's better after a win, and they played well, and they deserve this Victory Monday for
It's
sure.
better for not just the players in the building. It's better for the DMV. It's easy to go to work. It's easy for you to commute, to be stuck in traffic. It's easier for everybody.
And if anybody has a pulse of the fan, that would be you, as you always have to take the calls on post-game, getting the temperature from them. The bodies may be a little bit sore, but of course, when it is in a victory, the soreness is, it's a welcome soreness just a little bit. Okay, let's get straight to the highlight. It was homecoming weekend, so a lot of alums coming back, over 100 joining us. So you really want to put on a good performance in front of them as well. Some of the greats that played the game. Here we go, though. A little bit of a rocky start, right? First quarter, Aaron Rodgers, inside pass to Aaron Jones. That puts the Pack up 7-0.
Oh, you got to watch for this play. Anytime they're in the red zone, you got to watch for screens.
Commanders punting trust way for the second straight week has someone muff his punt. Amari Rodgers coughs it up. Percy Butler recovers, and that leads to a field goal.
It's so nice that the special team has been able to step up these last couple of weeks and make plays like this, put the offense in a good spot.
Second quarter now, Taylor Heinicke looking for J.D. McKissick, but he is picked off by Devontre Campbell, 63 yards in.
I love interceptions, but not when the other team is getting them right there. But you see no give up in Heinicke, and the players love that.
Yeah, that is. They see it. Ensuing drive, Heinicke finds Antonio Gibson. Some nice footwork right there. That secures the score.
Yeah, and this is an awesome play design, understanding its quarters coverage, getting guys in good leverage positions, and getting your running back to make a play like that. Fred, love to see that.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's a 14-10 ball game after this, and it's so great to see Gibson being able to be used not just in the run, but in the pass. Jamin Davis improving every week, reads this play, blows it up for a loss, 14-10.
Oh, don't tell me what I can't do. Let me show you what I can do. All right? That's why I love Jamin Davis getting better every week.
We love it. Here we go. First drive of the second half. Heinicke up top to Terry McLaurin, 37-yard hookup for the TD.
And you love Taylor's eyes here. He looks the safety off, and then he knows he's got a playmaker, the best player on the team probably, in Terry McLaurin, and puts the ball, and Terry makes an excellent play.
Oh, yeah, he stacked him at the end. That showed you his IQ.
Yeah, and then Heinicke goes to Curtis Samuel on 3rd and 11.
All he does is make plays. All he does is make plays.
To the fourth quarter now, fourth down, and Kendall Fuller breaks it on up. Nice day for the defense.
Oh, yes, it was. I'm going to have to take this from you, Logan. When the DBs start to make plays, everybody.
Yeah, here we go. Third down, and Heinicke again to Samuel. A good connection for 26 yards.
And you love to see Samuel back out there making these type of plays with his feet. We expected this from him, but it's great to see him producing at a high level. Gets the personal foul at the end. Love that.
Yeah, Packers not going away, though. Rodgers is flushed, and how about this? Absolute perfect to Jones.
That's just called dropping the dime. Curl is right there to make the play, but guess what? The other guys get paid also.
That's what they say. Commanders looking to burn out some clock here. Heinicke, huge play on third down to McLaurin. That moves the chains. Gutsy.
Fred, Julie, this might be my favorite play of the season. Like, he's got pressure in his face, stands there, anticipates this throw, and then you get the captain fighting back to the football against an excellent DB. Like, look at that. He says, this ball's mine. Love that.
I saw a picture where his eyes were closed. My goodness, last play of the game, Rodgers to Robert Tonyan, and what's going on here?
The nightmare begins. All right, the fans, I seen fans running all over the place. It was organized chaos at its finest. And don't forget this, Coach Rivera was a part of that play at Cal, so you know he was nervous.
Organized chaos. They practice that, Logan?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they practice it a little bit, but it never goes according to script.
Never.
Whew, but we can't exhale. Commanders, they get their second straight, 23-21, the final. So Sunday marked 2 in a row for the Commanders. With that victory over Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, it moves them to 3-4 on the season. One of the best rushing performances of the season with 166 yards on the ground. In the air, Washington finished with 198 total passing yards. Heinicke threw for 201. But to look at the number of plays, Washington was 72 compared to Green Bay's 47. Heinicke spoke on the emotions that came with him beating the team he grew up rooting for.
It's amazing. Again, I grew up watching these guys. My dad was born from Wisconsin, and so when the moment I was born, I was deemed a cheesehead, and grew up watching Brett Favre, and that's the whole reason I started playing ball. Grew up watching Aaron Rodgers do his thing, and one of my last fond memories of my father is watching the Super Bowl when the Packers beat the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers did his thing. So to come out here today and beat the Packers and Aaron Rodgers on our field, it means a lot to me.
That's what you want as a player when you put the work in and the time in, and the reason why you grind is to be in those moments and to be confident. And I think Coach Rivera told us all week just to be confident in ourselves and bet on ourselves, and the confidence that I get from my teammates to be in those situations to make those plays is extremely humbling, and I want those moments, you know what I mean? And I don't think it just happens. I think you've got to put the work in. You got to earn that respect from your teammates, and then you got to go out there and make the play. And I'm so humbled and blessed to be in this situation to where I'm trusted to be the guy that can be a leader and make those plays in the critical moments. And it feels really, really good when you win.
We've been able to limit the explosives. That's something that has been haunting us a little bit. But I do think the pass rush, Aaron did some good things, got the ball out quick, but we were there. And when you force a guy of his ability to throw the ball quicker than he really wants to, I think that helps you on defense. I thought our guys were handling the run pretty well. They're a terrific running football team, and to be able to slow that down says a lot about what we do in defense.
Debrief brought to you by the Washington Times. So Taylor Heinicke, a little bit of a rough start there, but man, over the second half, he really settled in. And he talks about a lot of it. It's timing, it's chemistry with your receivers. Fred, we saw him be able to get in sync there later in the game.
Well, here go the great thing about him as a backup. He has a relationship with everybody on the team already, and especially with Terry McLaurin. Listen, if I want to keep my job, I'm gonna throw the ball to Terry McLaurin. Like, he makes it easy, and when you have a guy on the outside like that, you can see their passion when they talk, when they go before the play, after the play, in constant communication. He has the pulse of this team. This is the best situation we could ever have. He's not a backup, he's a starter. He's just right around 35, 34 when he comes into the
And what's the challenge for that, Logan? You're on offense trying to catch balls when the quarterbacks keep shifting to be able to try and be in sync.
Obviously, it sucks because everyone has a different style, right, in terms of how they throw the ball, how the ball comes out of your hand. Like, there's times where you catch a ball from a left-handed quarterback versus a right-handed quarterback. It's different. Ball velocity is different. So getting adjusted, that's a big deal. But like Fred said, he's been in the building. He's caught balls, or these receivers have caught balls from Taylor. And you can tell, like, it took Taylor a minute to knock the rust off, but I think the receivers are ready for it.
And his team believes in him as well, the way that he goes. No play is up until that final whistle goes. They also ran the ball, like, really well.
Really well.
166 yards on the ground. Have we found a key to running the game with Gibson and Robinson?
I never thought a thunderstorm would be so fun. But hey, lightning and thunder, yes, we do have it. And listen, Robinson gets in here and he wears people down. So when you put Gibson in the game, now he can come through the A and the B gap, but then he can bust out on the side and make some plays. So I thought they made it hard in the interior for Green Bay, and I also thought they made the Green Bay defensive backs tackle. We don't like tackling all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the other thing there is they were excellent on third down. And when you want to run the football, everyone says you got to run the football, run the football. You got to be great on third down. And Taylor elevated this offense, so they were great on third down. They were able to execute in those situations, and then you get those guys more touches. They had 36, 38 touches, something like that. You don't get that if you're not possessing the football, and that's what Taylor brought to this offense in terms of timing and execution.
And if we are going to keep it on third down, how about their third down defense?
Yes.
This was their Achilles heel last season. Meanwhile, the Packers did not convert a third down in this game. Not a single one. That's the first time in Aaron Rodgers' career he has not converted a third down, and it's the first time since 1999 the Packers have not, Fred.
Julie, you see this tear coming down my Hey, listen, I enjoyed watching this. You got to realize Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, has as many third down completions as Abraham Lincoln yesterday. So, hey, listen, that told me yesterday the defense was ready to play. On offense, we got third downs. On defense, they did not get third down. That's the difference between 72 plays for us and 42 plays for them.
Yeah, and everyone was talking about this being a get-right game for the Packers, and the defense had to step up and ensure that didn't happen, right? Tight coverage, punching balls out. There was times where they could have caught the football, but the defenders were closing windows quickly and taking advantage of, like, just being aggressive in terms of that area. Love that. Love the way the defensive line pushed Aaron Rodgers, made him uncomfortable. Really nice day for the defense.
One of the reasons this win does feel good is because it was offense, defense, and it was special teams that all stepped up. And we got to give some major props to Tressway, man. He's putting in work. He is putting them inside the 23 times he did that.
Yes, and I got to go and say it. Tressway could be the best player on this team. And it's hard. I know it. People don't like to give punters love, but I give punters love. Punters' lives matter too. At the end of the day, Tressway played in this way for the last 3-4 years. And he's a left left-footed punter. You got to realize that ball spins different. That's why these guys have problems adjusting to his punts. And guess what? The punt team, I forgot what they call themselves, but they are killing people.
We need to give him a name. 220 in his career. Pittman signed the 21 of 4 punters to be able to do that. Great game all around. Now, before we go to break, we got to take a look at one of the best moments and pictures from this game. This photo, what do we do with this? These guys, they had so much fun with the Cheesehead in the locker room. You got to see how they were celebrating as well with Taylor Heinicke and John Allen. Okay, still to come, plenty more coverage of Washington's win over Green Bay as we send Logan and Fred into the film room to break down the success on offense.
Vemos a 3 receptores a mano izquierda de Taylor Heinicke. Presión del equipo de los Green Bay Packers, pero está Antonio Gibson. Está dentro. Touchdown, Commanders. Pase perfecto de parte de Heinicke. Ahí tiene tiempo de encontrar a Antonio Gibson corriendo libremente.
That was Moises Linares and Juan Romero on the Commanders Spanish radio broadcast, which you can listen to on the iHeartRadio app. Now, on Sunday's win over Green Bay, Washington's offense put up a season-high 166 yards on the ground. But it wasn't just the rushing attack that was working. For the 4th time this season, they've put up over 350 total yards. So for more on the offense, we send Logan and Fred into the film room.
Julie, thanks so much. Fred, how good is it to be in here talking about the film after a win, man? It's great.
It feels good. It makes our homework a lot easier.
A lot easier. I love that. And one guy who I thought played excellent was this guy right here, Taylor Heinicke. I think he just put the offense in good positions to be successful, and we're going to take a look at a couple of those plays right now.
All right.
So this first play is mesh, and everyone talks about how Scott Turner loves mesh. They run mesh all the time, all this stuff, and they do. They run mesh, but when mesh is run well, guys come open, and that's kind of the mesh cuts over there, crossers and a guy over the ball. And the reason you run the crossers is because when the crossers are covered, there's a window that opens up right over the football here. You see this? Covered here, but wait, who's open right over the ball? Aaron Rodgers right over the ball. The problem with mesh is it takes a little bit of time to develop, right?
I was about to say, it takes a little time.
And if we look at this right guard right here, he loses kind of quick.
Cindy Jaws.
Not in a good situation here, right?
But
Taylor does an excellent job evading the sack, getting the ball to his playmaker. That's 3rd and 2, Fred. And for him to make that play, that's huge because it keeps the offense on the field.
But it's pocket awareness, first of all. And you got to realize this is true 4 about 1. You got 4 on this side. I got 1 man over here. You have to declare as a defense what we in. Are we in zone? I am we in man. Once he processes that, now let the play start. Now he's saying, where am I going to go with the ball? And this is everything. When I say everything, they think it's all about how fast can you run. No, what's your escapability in the pocket? And it was all this shoulder. And once he gets the shoulder down, now it's right back up. And who's showing me your numbers? He's looking for who's showing me your numbers. Tight end right there.
I love this, Fred. You can see his eyes right here, right? He's looking down the field. He's not trying to run here. You mentioned he's avoiding pressure in the pocket, using that athleticism, and again, delivering a strike here on the move for a big play.
Big play. Hey, 3rd down are all big plays. Clutch plays. 3rd downs are difference between winning and losing.
And I love it, Fred. So this is another 3rd down play. We're going to get a nice kind of option route here where you can kind of uncover an out route. Terry's going to run kind of a swirl here, and they're going to the Green Bay Packers are going to play drop 8, covered man underneath, cover 2 over top. There's not going to be a whole lot of stuff going on here in terms of guys finding open windows, right? But the other thing that's important about drop 8 is there's not going to be a big rush here. These guys are rushing. This guy's dropping. You get 5 on 3. That puts him in a good spot. Now look at his demeanor here. Look at his demeanor compared to the last play. You think he knows this is drop 8? I think so. Very calm, cool and collected, working his eyes downfield. He knows he's got time, right? So, and again, finding this guy for an excellent play. And you mentioned finding those numbers, Fred. Like you see that really nicely on the back end. Here,
right? What you also see is him, like you said, the patience. He understands rusher. All right, now he knows I have to play the patient game. They're not going to come open quick in this situation. Where is the matchup that favors me? And that's the smart part about this play.
Who's the matchup? It's Curtis Samuel, right? Come on that little return route here. And again, that's a tight window.
Very tight window, but guess what I'm showing you? 1-0. When you see number 10, you can hit me right there, and that's what he did.
Absolutely, and again, great play by Curtis, kind of make it, but that's the thing that Taylor gets. He understands this offense. He understands what the defense is trying to do here to beat him, and he knows the correct response here. So I love that. And again, He does it down in and down. This is first down.
Yep.
And first down's not a big down, but you want to stay on schedule, right?
Yep.
So they're going to run a nice little crossing route here, Fred. And the thing that's tough for me is like this looks like it could be cover 3, but you told me right away.
Yeah, no.
Man
coverage. Man coverage.
Taylor knows it's man coverage as well, right?
Yep, he just saw it. Cam Sims just told him it's man coverage. And let me tell you something about man coverage when we got to chase y'all through all of this garbage. Listen, I'm going to automatically be put on your hip.
Yeah.
Great quarterbacks know I'm not throwing to the person. Right. I'm throwing to a spot.
And that's exactly right. You mentioned the motion, how that tips that off. We're going to get again the crossing routes here. And you mentioned the pick, Fred, and I love it because look at the guy who's got him in man-to-man coverage is back here,
there.
right? So he knows I got some space here. But look at this. Right now, does he look open to you, Fred?
Not at all.
Doesn't look open to me.
No.
But I love what you said there, right? Because there is space here, right?
Yes.
There's space here for him to throw the football, and he knows that. He knows I just got to buy a beat
at the time.
Right?
Yep.
To get the ball there, and he does it. And again, this might not seem like a big play, but it's 4th and 6 now, right? Which is a big deal.
No. This is a very big play. And if he had just a 10th of a second longer, this is a touchdown.
Right.
Because he's in no man's land.
Yeah.
The cornerback is in no man's land. And guess what? Nobody love you in this situation as a corner but your wife and your mom. Because don't nobody else believe in you. And he's about to lose his mind because I've been there before.
Yes, absolutely. And then, so that's some of the stuff he brought to the game, man. And he just keeping the offense on schedule, making plays when you got to. Love to see it. Can't wait to see what he looks like against the Colts.
Coming up, Terry McLaurin came up big when his team needed him against the Packers. We take another look at Washington's top performers when we return. Welcome back. Let's take another look at Washington's win on Alumni Homecoming Weekend and what a show they did put on. Second quarter, Taylor Heinicke to Antonio Gibson, and that is some nice footwork for the score. Commanders down 14-10.
I love to see that he's being utilized in this way. Really nice to get that skill set on full display.
First drive of the second half, Heinicke up top to Terry McLaurin. A deep ball there, 37-yard hookup.
Great catch, great throw, and Terry McLaurin proves he's one of the top 10 receivers in this league.
Oh, yeah, he loves fighting for those. Late in the fourth, big third down, and Heinicke to McLaurin again.
Fred, I think this is a better catch, though. The way he fights with this football and makes this play when the quarterback's got to have it, love to see that from him.
Yep.
Clutch.
A lot of pride in that. Commanders win their second straight, 23-21, the final. So here's a look at the top performers from Sunday. And how about Tress Way helping turn the tide in this one? He's now pinned at least 2 punts inside the 20 in 5 consecutive games, the second longest streak of his career.
Tress the toenail way. Yes, I said it, the toenail. All he does is go out there and pin people inside the 20. He's unstoppable. He's left-footed punter. Keep that in mind, guys. Don't like to catch his balls.
It makes a difference. Running back Antonio Gibson picked up his 4th career receiving TD and surpassed 700 career receiving yards, becoming the 8th running back in franchise history to record at least 700 receiving yards within their first 3 seasons.
And I love this new utilization package, getting him touches on explosive plays, and you can see the burst, you see the explosiveness, and then I love the way he's catching the football. I love how they've decided to kind of incorporate him in this new offense.
And wide receiver Terry McLaurin recorded his 18th career TD. He also surpassed the 3,500 career receiving yard list, joining Charlie Taylor and Gary Clark as the only 3 players in franchise history with at least that many yards in the first 4 seasons.
Terry, oh, I love the idea. He's one of the best to ever do it in the burgundy and gold. Get him the ball.
And of course, he joined London Fletcher and myself on our post-game live show after the win.
The touchdown was a huge play, but just as big was a third down play, 3rd and 9, late in the game, and you had to get a 12-yard out, and the comeback, the wherewithal to come back on that football when the play is called in the huddle, and you know they're counting on you to make a play. Does that make you feel good?
Yeah, in those moments you're confident, and I think the reason why you're confident in those moments is because you put the time and the work in, and you've been elevated by your teammates over the course of this season. They want you to be in those situations. Those situations don't happen by accident. I think you earn those situations as a player, and for myself, I'm very humble to be in those situations. I want to continue to make those plays so I could be in those situations time and time again. And hearing that play call, I knew it was one-on-one again. I knew I had the chance to make a play, and Taylor did a great job of giving me a ball to where I didn't go out of bounds. You know what I mean? I could get the ball and try to stay in bounds and keep the clock going. So that was a huge play, game on the line, and I love those moments. Coach Rivera talked all week about betting on yourself and betting on your teammates, betting on his team, and I have a lot of confidence in myself and in my ability, and I'm extremely blessed to be in this situation with my guys.
And with that, Washington is on a streak, 2 wins in a row. We're not going to give out player balls after this. We're going to save that for head coach Ron Rivera. We're going to be giving out the players' dub.
The players' dub, huh, Fred? What do you think?
The players dub all day. That's what you do. We eating W's like Jameis Winston right now. We giving out the dub, so I got to throw the dub up. And my player is Terry McLaurin. I got a man, Chris. Can I hug
This
you,
is the
Terry?
easy one, though, Fred.
Listen, but he's crunch. And this is what I love about him. No diva. No diva inside this man. I don't get the ball, I'm still going to play hard.
Right.
You get me the ball, anytime you need to, I will be there. He's always there. I love you, man.
What's your favorite play of the game with him, Fred?
It's the last play to seal the game.
Yes.
I know the touchdown. I didn't see him make that play 100 times.
Yeah.
That play to seal the game was all I want to, and I'm not going to let you Alexander, one of the best in the league,
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you stop me.
Absolutely. And mine is kind of goes hand in hand with yours. It's Taylor Heinicke. And I think Taylor Heinicke is a guy who deserves a ton of credit. He started the game really slow, Fred. Looked like kind of rusty, looked a little nervous. But then he gets out there and starts making plays. He's avoiding sacks. He's distributing that football to his playmakers, Curtis Samuel, Gibson, Terry, all these guys. And he just did a great job taking hits, getting the ball out, making the O-line better. And he deserves a ton of credit. That third down conversions, all that stuff. Love what he's doing. He gets the dub. He's going to take that off your neck. He's going to take that off the neck.
All right.
There you go. And who else you got, Fred? You got one more, right?
Oh, this is my guy. We talk about him when he don't do well, he don't call a good game. I'm going to give you your props. It's all about Jack Del Rio. 0 for 6. They went in third down.
Yes.
As many as Abraham Lincoln, and he didn't play yesterday. Jack Del Rio is the man.
Julie, what do you think?
I think we need to show this to our defensive coordinator. That chain is just odd. But yes, great game by him. Hey, you can catch the Players Club NBC4 Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. But that's it for Command Center.